Hey guys, what up YouTube? This is your boy Gamelander here. We're back again with another video, and today we're touching on the Green Lantern Beware My Power review. So this is an animated movie currently on HBO Max, and we're gonna do a review on it. So there's a few points or problems I have with this animated movie. I understand the story that they were going for, how they set it up and everything, and to a point how they set up everything is not really a problem. There were a lot of things that I see they were trying to make it a bit you would say make it a bit like suspenseful, but you kind of can see where a lot of the reveals are coming from. You can see them before they happen. Like while in the process, you can see there's certain twists that is coming, which makes it very predictable. But I can understand what they were going for, and the story within itself isn't a bad story, I must add. It's just that I didn't like certain liberties that they, I don't say liberty, but certain choices that they make. I didn't really like it, like the fact that spoiler. Okay, so this is gonna be a spoiler for you guys. So the fact that they made Hal Jordan the villain, I did not like that one bit. I think it wasn't as interesting. I thought they would have made it more interesting. However, they just make him be a generic bad guy in a sense. But to a point, it's like, to what I get from how he became a villain is that, to me, is like possession. You get what I'm saying? I think he was possessed, and I think they should have at least tried to get that thing out. But they didn't even try it, really and truly. I don't know. To me, either they didn't explain something properly, because I interpret that very differently than I thought they wanted the audience to really interpret it. Because it just seemed like how they end up resolve the thing is, I don't know. I think they could have done more to really save and preserve Hal Jordan, but I didn't think it made sense what they did for the character, to be honest. However, the story in itself, apart from that, I think that's my major and only gripe. But apart from that, a lot of things was well put together on a technical level with this story. A lot of storytelling materials. It's basically about someone who has been given powers they don't really want, and they is thrust into a conflict they don't really understand or don't really aware of or whatever. I think that was a very interesting thing. And as John Stewart being the character that we follow, it's very interesting just the way they did it. I don't know, it was just very interesting the way they did it. I think I didn't see how I just think it's very just the way they did a lot of things in the story. I don't really have the words to put to it, you get what I'm saying? Because there's another thing I have a problem with: the ring. The ring talks. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that the ring talks. However, it made somewhat sense that the ring itself was sentient, but I didn't like the fact that the ring was like have an AI thing in it. I didn't like it at all. That threw me out a bit. I didn't really like it. I thought they could have gotten rid of it entirely and just keep the scenes the way they are that involve the ring, to be honest. But understandably, if you're using a character that doesn't have knowledge about the conflict or the expanded galaxy has been thrust into, it makes sense why you make the ring have like an AI within the ring, because you can use that to filling like exposition and certain details that an experienced character would have known, but because you want to push the story along, you just implemented this way. And this is another problem with I have with this story. A lot of the exposition scenes, you can clearly see that they're trying to do it to push the story along. It wasn't something that made sense for them to really mention, really, or to a degree it does, but I think to the degree that they expanded on it, it was purely for exposition's sake. It was, yeah. But I like the foreshadowing though. Even though I could have seen the things that were foreshadowing happening at a time, but I still like the foreshadowing. And they did a lot of it in there, especially with Hal Jordan. They hinted at him being a certain way, like he was different in some way or something, which was very cool. I enjoyed that little tease of what came after. But I think they could have constructed the story a bit more. I think in terms of, yeah, I just think they could have constructed the story a bit more. I didn't think it was bad in any means. It wasn't bad in any means, but I think it could have been better. I think it was mainly just good. It was a good, interesting, entertaining movie, animated movie. I had reasonable fun with it. It wasn't anything too crazy. And the animation style is I don't know, it's the same one from a lot of the other animated projects, so it didn't really throw me off in a bit. I don't know how I feel about it. I think because the story, I didn't like certain aspects of the story, it can showcase the animation to me a bit more, because when I like the story for the previous animated stuff, I kind of disregard the actual animation style. Oh yeah, and Hawkgirl is in this. Hawkgirl is in this. Green Arrow is in this as like the main continual characters throughout the story. I thought having the Hawk, I guess, nation or whatever, being alive, and I don't know if in the comics or even I've never seen any DC previous animated projects overall where the species where Hawkgirl came from was still alive, and I've never seen that. So it was interesting just to see that happening on screen. I thought that was very interesting. I think that was a very interesting dichotomy. And to be thrust in a battle with Adam Strange, I have no idea who is Adam Strange. I remember watching a short thing of it, but I didn't knew who was Adam Strange, to be exact. But as a character, I think he's not really that standout, to be honest, but I could understand his motivation in a lot of ways. And as I don't know this character really, so I don't have any real disagreement in how his portrayal was. I don't really know him, so this is my first introduction for that character. So I just thought it was interesting. But I think Green Arrow as well was pretty good, well portrayed. I didn't really have any problems with his portrayal. And as even John Stewart was pretty okay as well, because he was basically like a traumatic. He's basically a soldier suffering from PTSD, all that type of thing, which was very interesting. I very much like that. And very much at certain times you can see he's tugging his past, his eyes tugging at him, which was very good in the story. It was very good. There was a lot of things in this series that I really, not really a lot of things, but there was a few things in this series I really liked. But the two main things I didn't like was the characterization, or how, not really characterization of Hal Jordan, but how would Hal Jordan became a villain. And the ring talking, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the ring talking at all. But I'm interested to see what happens next. I hope they do another movie or something to see how does John Stewart, Green Lantern, rebuild the Corps. If he would be, in essence, I feel like he would be the leader of the Corps, given that fact. But I was hoping that they would have saved Hal Jordan without doing what they did to him. I was hoping that they would have actually tried to save him, or if not, add the extra scene. I think probably a scene was missing that they didn't add in for time's sake. That would have make more sense why they had to do what they do. But the fact that there wasn't a scene that solidified why they had to do what they do is almost like they could have saved him another way. They could have done more to help him. And I think it was ridiculous that they didn't. And that is my major gripe. But John Stewart, the story of John Stewart becoming the new Green Lantern, becoming more confident in his ability and serving and battling between killing and not killing, and and even the friendship between Green Arrow and Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. I think that was very interesting too. I really liked that, and the ending was very tragic because of it. So I'm hoping to see more from these characters, especially Green Lantern. I would be interested to see how this affects him going forward and after, and those type of things. But yeah, so guys, that was my review of Green Lantern Beware My Power. So I hope you guys can check this out on HBO Max. If you have checked it out already, please let me know in the comments down below. Did you like this animated series? Did you hate it? Let me know about it. And I hope if you haven't checked it out, check it out. And I hope you have fun. And after you check it out, come back and let me know what's up. And yeah. All right. So have fun, guys. Have a good one, and see you guys in the next. Peace.